If you served in the British military, you might now be liable to recall up to age 65. Not a rumour, not a Telegram screenshot. This was published as part of a new armed force bill, and it changes the threshold for when people can be called back. And if you've never served a day in your life, this still matters because it's a signal, a big one. Welcome back to Charlie Survival. Now listen, today's video is not prepper fantasy, it's not doom for clicks. This is UK policy changing in real time, and I'm going to break down what's actually been announced, what it doesn't mean because people are already panicking, and what it signals for the UK, whether you're a veteran or not. Quick note, if you like UK specific no-nonsense survival news and calm preparedness, comment where in the UK you are below, and subscribe so you don't miss the next update. Because these stories move fast and the mainstream coverage usually misses the point. What was announced? The simple version. Here's the headline: veterans can be recalled for service until they're 65 under new measures. And this is tied to the Armed Force Bill published through Parliament. The key parts being reported is the maximum recall age increases from 55 to 65. The system is being made easier to mobilise in a crisis. And the recall trigger can include warlike preparation, not only a national emergency or attack. Now that phrase right there, warlike preparation, is why people are doing a double take. The thing most people miss. But here's what most people miss in the first 10 seconds. This doesn't automatically mean 65-year-olds are getting shoved into trenches. That's the emotional headline, that's what spreads. The real story is, the government is widening the net of who can be legally recalled and lowering the bar of when recall is allowed to happen. And that has knock-on effects for public mood, trust, and how people prepare. In a minute, I'll show you the part that matters most if you're not military, and it's not the age number, it's the direction of travel. Who does this apply to? So who are we talking about? Reports describe the strategic reserve, which includes former service personnel who are still legally liable for recall, plus a wider recall pool in certain scenarios. And the estimated size being quoted is around 95,000 people who could be liable for recall as part of the strategic reserve framework. Now, important detail, some reporting says these changes would take effect later and may not apply to everyone who already left unless they opt in, depending on which category they fall into. So again, don't hear one viral clip and assume it applies to every retired veteran instantly. But even with that nuance, the intent is obvious: expand manpower options. The real question, why are they doing this now? So, why do this now? Official messaging frames it as readiness, having the ability to mobilise skills quickly if the threat landscape changes. And if you read between the lines, this just isn't about boots on the ground. This is also cyber, intelligence, logistics, medics, comms, the stuff that actually keeps a modern force moving. So if you're watching this thinking, how is a 62-year-old meant to fight? That might not even be the main purpose. The main purpose is access to experience and the legal ability to activate that experience earlier in the escalation ladder. And this is exactly why the public reaction is so strong, because it screams, we think the next few years could get unstable. What it doesn't mean. Let's demyth this quickly. This does not mean the UK has announced full conscription today. Every veteran is being contacted tomorrow. 65-year-olds are being thrown onto a front line by default. What it does mean. The legal and administrative system is being tightened so the state can move faster if it decides it needs to. And that's why it's not just a military story, it's a civil society story, because when people feel like the states can pull big levers quickly, they start asking what else can change quickly. Energy, water, supply chains, travel, communication, money, and that's where a lot of us live. So whether you agree with it or not, it's a signal. The UK is thinking in terms of readiness, reserve and mobilisation again, and that's not a normal headline. Turn shock into action, UK specific, not veteran advice. Now, this is the bit I care about. Most people watch the news and do one of two things. They either doom scroll or they go full paranoia and start buying nonsense they'll never use. Here's the Charlie Survival middle path. Use this as a wake-up call to tighten your baseline readiness, not because war is guaranteed, but because the uncertainty is increasing and you never regret being calm, warm and stocked for a rough week. And if you want a shortcut, I've got my Charlie Survival Amazon kit list linked in the description. It's basically the boring essentials I actually recommend for UK reality: light, water, basic, warmth, power, first aid, comms. Go have a look after this video, grab one or two gaps you've been putting off, and you're already ahead of 90% of the country. The Dad's Army comparison and why it's emotional. A lot of headlines are calling this Dad's Army, and I get why, because it hits something deep in people. The idea that the state is looking backwards for manpower rather than forwards. But there's a psychological reality here. When governments start expanding recall powers, people feel the temperature rising. Even if nothing happens, it's like when you get the emergency alert test on your phone. It's just a test, but it changes your nervous system for 5 minutes. The policy shift is one of those moments, and if you're ex-military watching this, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to say you're not crazy for feeling like this is a line in the sand. The signal for everyone else: warlike preparations. Let's go back to the phrase that matters, warlike preparation, because historically the bar was framed more like national danger, great emergency or attack. Now reporting suggests it can include readiness steps before that point. That's not a tiny wording tweak, that's the difference between we act when the house is on fire versus we act when we smell smoke. And whether you agree with it or not, the practical takeaway is the same. If the state is planning for smoke, you should be too, not in fear, in competence. So I want to ask you something, genuinely. Do you think this is sensible planning or a sign we're being pushed into something the public never agreed to? Drop a comment, sensible or red flag, and tell me why. Because I read the comments, and I want this channel to be the place where normal people talk about serious things without hysteria. The real story reveal. Remember earlier I said the biggest part isn't the age. Here it is. The real story is the pattern. In the last few years, we've watched supply chain fragility, energy stress, cyber incidents, infrastructure strain, and now policy language that normalizes preparation as a constant state. Whether that's justified or not, it changes the vibe of the whole country. And when the vibe changes, your preparation isn't about bunkers. It's about staying stable when everyone else spirals. That's what we do here. Alright, quick recap. What's been reported is recall age potentially up to 65 under new measures, tied to the Armed Forces bill published in Parliament, with language that includes recall for warlike preparations, and estimates around 95,000 potentially within the Strategic Reserve framework. None of this is about panic, it's about not being caught off guard by how quickly normal can change. Most people don't need extreme anything, they just need a calm baseline, light, water, warmth, and a plan for 48 hours. That's it. The headlines can do what they want, but your household doesn't have to feel fragile. If you want the practical side, again, my Charlie Survival Amazon kit list is linked in the description. Grab the basics, fill one gap this week, and you're in a completely different category to the average person. And if you want more UK survival news, real world kit and calm preparation and survival, subscribe. Next, I recommend watching this video on screen now about the Berlin blackouts and how they're the worst since World War II and what happened and how to prepare for them in the UK. There's also 17,000 people in the UK without water right now in Kent and Sussex. Learn all about this and how to prepare for that yourself. Click it and I'll see you over there.